Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Power Block, the direct recap show for September 3rd, 2020. I am your host, Corey Dirrig. As always, I am joined by that retro code, Eddie V.
Happy 35th anniversary, Mario! Yay!
Ed, we have a packed panel here to talk Mario, none of which are frequent Nintendo Power Block guests.
which is fine. We have new people come.
I know. So from Tower Casuals and the occasional spot on Arsenal X, we have the lore archivist, Josh Finney.
That's right. You finally found a nickname that sticks. Corey.
I did.
I'm so
It's the
proud
best
of you.
one. I'm not even going to try anymore, and I'm sticking with it. I don't care. We have the PC muscle race, LeRon Dawkins, curling those graphics cards.
I love that.
He's curling them 3090s somewhere back there.
Oof. Oof. My wallet is curling seeing a 3090.
Yes.
Let's just say I might have to sign over my unborn son for this one.
Wow.
And we also have, I had a really good name and then I lost it. I had a really good one.
Hit me with it.
Hold on. No, I lost it. I forget what it is. It was really good wrestling one, actually. Anyways, Logan Corkins is with us.
You know what? I mean, wow. What an intro. This is what an
I
intro
know.
is.
It was a really good one, too.
Oh, wow.
The big show, that's taken.
Can't output it 1080. Can't come up.
Okay, hold on. You can't just do that just because I'm fat, man. I mean, come on. Big show. You gotta be more creative.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Logan 316. I don't know.
Sure. What's up, people?
Logan the Snake. I don't. Yeah. Logan the Hitman Corkins. I'm just I'm naming.
I'm okay with that.
Put in the PlayStation family.
Yeah.
The DualSense.
Yeah.
I don't know how that makes any sense, but if you were a PlayStation wrestler, that would absolutely be your stage name.
I could call him Logan.
Maybe you'll find out about what our wrestling names would be at some point.
Yeah.
You never know.
Logan the Dual Shocker Corkin. No, okay, I'm done.
The DualShock is not forwards compatible. We can't call them that.
We can't.
That's true.
I can't
That's
play
fair.
the game.
So Sony has sunset that, and yet still continues to promote them.
Yeah.
It's
Reissuing
low.
colors, actually. By the way,
I know. I'm like,
Great
excuse
color
me?
choices too.
I want the purple one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Would really like that purple one.
I'm ready for a DualSense. I want a real controller that my hands don't cramp around.
Well, you know what? You know what controller doesn't cramp your hands is the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which you're going to be able to play a lot of classic Mario games. Up-resed, I would say. Not. I don't really know how to say.
I mean, they're in widescreen finally. They're not in 4:3 aspect anymore.
Well, Mario 64 still is. But
Yeah.
So we're here to talk about the Direct that happened today. Nintendo just randomly dropped a 35th anniversary Super Mario Direct today. We knew we kind of figured that this was coming. This has been a rumor since February that the 35th anniversary collection was coming. And so they announced a lot of stuff. They kind of went through a huge list. We're not going to go over all of it, but we're not going to take a deep dive on everything, just because some of the stuff I really don't care about. Some of the stuff is really cool though. So first of all, what did you guys think of the Direct overall? I mean, obviously we were all surprised that Nintendo dropped this today. So
Yeah, overall, I give it a very high B+. It hit a lot of bells and whistles for me. I'm not saying it was a knockout or anything like that, and I'm saying this as an old school Nintendo fan. So I kind of grew up with Super Mario and stuff like that. Like 35th anniversary. That means I was 10 years old when Mario became a thing.
I wasn't born yet.
I wasn't born.
And basically
I was not.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm the old guy here. Ooh, wow, thanks.
I'm the second note.
But But yeah, Mario basically, Mario Nintendo is basically in my gamer DNA. It's one of the big starts for me as far as that goes. And so I was actually pleasantly surprised with a lot of the stuff they put in there. I feel like there was some hits and misses here. And as we start breaking down some of these games, I will definitely talk more about what I feel were the hits and misses there. But like I said, overall, I give it a B++. It wasn't really an A because me as a fan and a former Nintendo fan, I have my own expectations of what I think would have made this like the best 35th anniversary celebration for Mario.
It's better than
I thought it was
Metroid's
typical
25th
Nintendo.
anniversary.
And I loved it. I mean, it was exactly what Nintendo kind of does. It's kind of the best of everything that they do. You bring a good retro game to the Switch. Okay, awesome. Heck yeah. And then you show off a new innovation there with Mario Kart. So I thought it was kind of the best culmination of what Nintendo is good at. So I'm a huge fan of it. I thought, yeah, about B+. B+ for Nintendo is a great idea. So yeah, yeah, this Direct was awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to be a little bit more on the negative side. I don't think it was bad, but I probably would give it a B-, maybe a C+. I got really excited for the actual game announcements, but I think everything that was not a game or not the AR experience was just kind of strange to throw in there. Like, we had a whole section dedicated to merch. That was really strange to me. Like promoting it in Smash, I think it would have been cool to have shown some of the examples of the Animal Crossing items with how big of a literal cultural moment we're living in with that game.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the only thing my girlfriend took away was, oh my God, there's Animal Crossing stuff. She didn't care about anything else. She cared about that and Catsuit Mario. She saw a Catsuit Mario amiibo was coming out, and that's all she cared about.
That fur is textured, by the way. Apparently.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a demented Funko Pop.
Oh geez, don't bring that horror show in here.
I like the actual game announcements. I never played 3D World, so that's really cool. And Sunshine is my all-time favorite Mario. But just some of the decisions that were made, I'm sure we'll get into these. The decisions made surrounding this collection, surrounding Super Mario 35, are just completely baffling to me. And kind of goes against. At one time goes against what Nintendo is about, I feel, and at the same time is perfectly emblematic of what they do with some of their releases. So, yeah, B-, maybe a C+.
Ed, you're quiet.
Give it an A-, because definitely Super Mario Sunshine is my game. That Game & Watch, I never got a chance to own one, and it wasn't a big thing here in America, so everybody is going to have a chance to actually get one, and I think that's really cool. I think the merch stuff is cool. I mean, it's amazing because I'm like, Puma, like you have seen people custom make Nike Mario stuff. Now to actually get something really official and everything, and definitely ordering stuff from the Nintendo store. Like, you can't order clothes or anything from the Nintendo store from New York. So I think that was really big that they did it. Of course, Mario 3D World is just like, wow, I love that game, and I'm so happy that more people are going to get a chance to play.
It's my favorite Mario game, I think. I will go out on a limb and say that it's my favorite.
I think a lot of people now have more of a chance to play the Lost Levels on the Super Mario All-Star Collection. They're going to be in for a treat. That game is amazing, but it's super challenging. So I think they really went all out, and there's still a lot of Mario stuff that can come throughout. Even
like
though
Galaxy 2?
Galaxy 2, I know people was
file that under baffling decisions.
Baffling decision because I think Mario 2 did okay, but they know how Super Mario Galaxy has done. Like, it was Game of the Year when it came out. It sold tons of copies when it came out. Mario Galaxy 2 didn't do that well, but it's still such a great game. The only thing I kind of wished, and they might be doing this in the future, I thought they would announce Mario Odyssey 2 in this, but I think they were just thinking about all the games that they have released from the platform side of Mario and not his side stuff. So I think it was really good, and this is, I think, Sunshine is the first GameCube game coming to Switch in a sense, even though it's in a collection.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do want to say, like, this makes me think. I thought we were going to get Mario Odyssey a lot sooner than it seems like we are. They seem to be releasing one kind of Mario thing a year, at this point since the Switch launched. And
Okay.
next year we're getting 3D World, so this tells me that we're not going to get Mario Odyssey for like 2 years at least. Because
Yeah, I think next year is going to be Zelda's year. It's
Yeah.
the 35th anniversary, and I fully expect Breath of the Wild to be their marquee title next year.
yeah,
But also
Agreed.
too, with COVID and everything, Nintendo's been
Yeah.
the most cautious about putting everything out and being upfront about what they're actually working on because they have
Oh,
no
absolutely.
idea what the release looks like.
Right, and I think every time they've been doing the direct, they have released that white screen, letting people know
Mhm.
we're only showing this because of COVID. We haven't really, like I said, they changed their whole. I think COVID had them change their whole marketing.
yeah. They
'Cause I
did.
think we were supposed to get a lot of stuff, and
I
because
think-
this what's going on.
I think
Yeah.
this 35th anniversary collection was supposed to happen this summer, and 3D World and Pikmin were going to probably be their
I-
kind of fall-ish lineup.
I think Paper Mario Origami King was supposed to be in here, and that was supposed to be the last final announcement.
Yeah, it's to me it was pretty clear that this was supposed to be an announcement made earlier. Of course, it leaked back in like January or February. I'm kind of a different mindset. I think Pikmin was supposed to be a summer title as filler, and then they kicked it to the end of the year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
knowing
I
what they
agree. I
had.
agree with that one.
No,
'Cause, yeah.
what they had was the Mario collection, and I think they made a conscious decision to move 3D World to the beginning of next year. They can kind of plan a little bit better now because
Mhm.
those are ports sitting in their back pockets
I mean,
right now, right?
You also they also announced, at some point this year we're going to get that new Pokemon Snap game this year too. At some point,
Is that actually coming this year?
I think they said it was, but it was also part of a direct that had the COVID thing in front of it, so it could be probably January maybe too.
Yeah,
Did they
I-
say holiday 2020? Probably.
I don't
I
think
don't
they
know.
dated it at all. I think they just said coming soon.
Yeah, maybe they did.
I probably have to.
Uh,
I have to watch,
I'm
watch it.
I'm okay with this though, and I think I don't even think Nintendo expected Animal Crossing to do as good as it did this year.
Yeah.
So I think that being it's about to be the best selling game on the Switch.
Mhm.
Like,
I think it's only behind Mario Kart. I think.
Yeah, it's behind Mario Kart. It has an attach rate of almost 1 in 2 at this point.
Mhm.
It came along at the exact right time, right as we all got locked down.
Yeah.
That game doing as good as it did gave Nintendo the flexibility to push things out of this year to fill up next spring.
Mhm.
That delay really helped them.
It did. I really like what they're doing here, though. I'm absolutely buying this collection day one.
Yeah. So let's go over kind of what they announced. There's a couple things I just don't really care to spend a lot of time on. The Super Mario All-Stars Super Nintendo cartridge, people know the kind of like the first remasters, you would say, remakes almost. Super Mario 1, Lost Levels 2, 3, all remastered in 16-bit form, available on Super Nintendo, Nintendo Switch Online today. I love that collection. I think that is one of the best collections of 2D Mario games available. I actually have the Super Nintendo cart with Super Mario World on it, but I'm glad that this is available because I actually like that version of Super Mario 2 specifically better.
Yeah.
So
That's how I feel about the advanced version.
I had it when it came out for Super Nintendo. I bought the Wii version. There was like the special Wii version.
yeah, the 25th
of it.
anniversary Mario set. I have it sealed at my parents' house.
Yeah, and now I just updated my Switch to play it on the Super Nintendo. I really want to play because I want to do Lost Levels again. But yeah, this one really good, really good game.
Yeah.
I do wish that it was standalone, though. You didn't have to play it through the SNES app. I understand why you do.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
this whole presentation is emblematic of we need a proper virtual console, and we're almost 4 years into the release, and we don't have a proper virtual console, and that really bothers me.
That's actually one of the two things that bothered me about it. I mean, because honestly, with the amount of games I play across PlayStation and PC and stuff like that, like I'm really not trying to spend money for an online service just to play virtual console games essentially. But also, Because I think let me see. I was at work, and I just happened to have my Twitter feed open, and someone had a screenshot of them playing like of the title screen for Super Mario All Stars, and I definitely saw it was on the Switch, and I was like, oh snap! So I went running to look for it, and it was like the SNES version, and I was like, oh no, because in my serious opinion, this is one of the bummers for me. I would have preferred if they basically redid all those games on the Game Boy Advance, like completely overhauled and remastered those games on the Game Boy Advance. And I was kind of hoping that they would have put those versions on instead. But I get what they're doing. Like they're going back to the history of Mario. So Super Nintendo versions, made more sense in this regard. But no, honestly, like it would have actually got me to bite the bullet, a lot quicker if it was the GBA versions, because I spent money on those GBA versions. I bought every
Mario Land and Land 2 Cisco the Coins.
Yeah.
I think those gonna come later. I think.
Oh, not Mario Land. I'm talking about the
Game Boy Advance ones.
Super Mario. Mm-hmm. The Game Boy Advance ones. Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3.
Super Mario World and Yoshi's Island were the 4
exactly.
games.
Yeah.
Weren't they the same Super
no,
Nintendo
they were different. They were way different than the Super Nintendo. They were updated sprites. They were
you could different. Play them with friends too.
And they had and they had voices for every character.
Yeah.
Okay.
No touch fuzzy get dizzy though in Yoshi's Island. So one of the other things they announced was that Mario Kart Live home circuit thing, which is like a cool concept. I'm more interested to see how it works in person, but it's basically you turn your Switch into a remote for a toy car, and the car has a camera on the back of it, and you look at your Switch and you're kind of driving the car through like an AR centric track with items and other virtual characters that you're racing against, and even a second cart so I wonder if they'll add more carts, because I think they should have had more than just Mario and Luigi available, but
they probably will.
I think they will after they figure out how well it's going to sell.
Yeah,
go ahead, Ed.
Oh no, I was telling Jesse this. I'm like, this is a great Christmas gift, and I think more. I know it's kind of more geared to kids and stuff, but I think this is going to be a big like Black Friday Christmas gift seller, and even a birthday gift. More carts probably will come out later on in the year. I think they just wanted to get it out there because it's like October 16th it comes out. So more stuff may just like roll a little bit through later on in the year.
Yeah,
I thought it was really cool how they were using like the items and everything. Because I mean, if you're going to do an AR, Mario Kart, it's really important to still have those items and to still have that frustration that Mario Kart kind of brings. Just as you're in the lead and you get hit with the blue shell. To see how that interacted even on the screen, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I think this is a cool way to bring the family together around during the holidays. Grandpa gets in and tries to play around and do all that. This is perfect Nintendo right here. Like, get the whole family together. Let's play some Mario Kart and let's see the whole track. I thought this was such a cool little inventive idea that only Nintendo can kind of do.
Yeah,
this is something I would have absolutely bought without hesitation, or asked for Christmas, rather not bought, if I was like 9 years old. I would have been asking my parents for this for Christmas. I'm borderline asking my girlfriend for it. Just because I think the tech is really cool in it. It's probably the most affordable AR experience you can have at home right now.
Yeah.
And to me, I think that's a stepping stone to something bigger. And it's being made by the team that made the peripherals for Skylanders. So I have some pretty high hopes on the quality of the product. But I think you should have done like Mario and Bowser, or like Mario and Yoshi or something. Like, do Mario and Luigi? It's like,
yeah. Honestly, they should have had.
What child wants Luigi?
Honestly, they should have had. They should have had 4. They should have had 4 characters, like ready for display for that demo. That's the way I feel about it.
I understand Nintendo's kind of hesitancy. They did this with the Amiibo too. They only did like the core 10 fighters or like 10 fighters, and to see how it went. And they did this with the Zelda collection. Like, they tend to do this with things to see how it sells first, but it's also playing into that artificial scarcity. Like
Nintendo always is
scarcity.
But sometimes you kind of got to think that they don't want to overflow stores with so much product that they don't sell out, making them lose money. Because that's what happened with Skylanders. They overflow.
I'm not arguing that. I know that this is more of a premium item, but I do think that only having 2 racers, when you're trying to take some of that market share, if you're releasing this from the new consoles coming out, you're trying to keep some attention on Nintendo, and
especially since they said that this was going to be a 4-player thing.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Have 3 Marios running around the same track? Like, oh boy, I can't wait for us to argue over what Billy, Tommy, and Joe all got for Christmas.
I kind of wonder when the toy stuff going in production. I think that's probably going to be the better question because of.
Well, it's out in October, right?
Yeah, it's
already be.
It's done.
It's probably already shipped.
We ship things from China all the time at my old job. It's 100% already on a boat to the States.
Yeah.
I just wonder how much production it was able to make, and it may have affect all of the other characters.
It could have. It's very
a big thing.
I'm just saying, like, I
mean, at first, did they only confirm
my own remote control Yoshi at Best Buy for $30?
Did they confirm that Mario and Luigi were the only 2? Because like maybe that was just what the commercial showed. You know, like they did. It
looked like it was just a commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of limited things, Game & Watch, the Super Mario Brothers Game & Watch, which is super cool. Reminds me of the Game Boy Micro, the Famicom Game Boy Micro.
This was absolutely my favorite announcement.
Yeah, it looks super cool.
Not my second favorite. I'm dropping 50 for this immediately.
I would love to have this thing at some point. November 13th, it's coming out. It includes Super Mario Brothers, The Lost Levels, and retooled version of a game called Ball, which is just like a juggling game. So for people that don't know, Game & Watch was the Nintendo's first handheld console before the Game Boy. They had a ton of different ones, and they only had like 1 or 2 games on the thing, and it was actually the prototype DS. Some of them were, because they had some of them had 2 screens, and like a lot of people, when the DS came out, compared the look to those original Game & Watches. What'd they say? $50 for this? Very limited.
$50, and it's in color.
Yeah.
I think Smash Ultimate, one of the Smash games, gave the history about Game & Watch.
Yeah.
So I think
they said the magic words. It's a clock. I'm buying it.
Yes. So that was announced. It looks super cool, and it's in the Famicom gold and maroon colors. Looks really sleek, really cool. I definitely want one.
Even the box looks good.
Yeah.
Just how the box looks. I'm like, that's super cool.
Nintendo always has good packaging, let's be honest. Yeah. For the consoles, there's usually pretty good packaging.
Yeah. All right, it's time for LeRon's favorite part of the night. Hey, you can @me on Twitter. I was not impressed by this. I mean, I get it; it's a collector's item and everything, but I mean, all these years of playing games and collecting stuff, I got more than enough clutter, and this is something that wound up sitting in my room, and I will never use. I'll probably break it out one time.
You know what? A lot of people plan on doing that. I think if you're not collecting it to have it on your room, a lot of people might get a little bit use of it, but most people,
I think
are going to try to resell this at a higher price.
If I end up getting this, I'll probably play it like once and then set it on the shelf with my NES and Super NES that are sitting up there, which I still do play from time to time, because I modded them and put turtles on there, and that's the only way I can play.
I've gotten to the practical point in my life when it's like it's got to serve a purpose for me longer than just the initial, like, I pulled it out the box. It's got to serve a purpose for me.
It's absolutely much more of a niche item than like the Super Nintendo Mini or the NES Mini. This is a much more niche item.
Yeah. And it's also the reason why I stopped, pumping all these monies into like collector's editions, like video games and deluxe editions.
I agree on that. Yeah.
Which is why I said that this thing, for people who don't know Game & Watch, it's good that people will actually get a chance to experience it, because you hear about it, but you never seen it in person and stuff. And there's no way to actually go somewhere. I don't even think the Video Game Museum has one to go see, to look at. So, I mean, if people who really want to get an idea and try it, this is a good way for them to do it.
Yeah. So, so they also announced a Super Mario Brothers 35, which is a competitive online battle game with 35 Marios competing to be the last Mario standing. So it's basically a Mario 1 battle royale. And it kind of looks like, if you look at the screen, it kind of looks like Tetris 99, where and you're running through the Mario levels, and as you kill enemies, it sends those enemies to other players. And it looks really neat. Like, I would play this, I mean, it's free with Nintendo Switch Online, so that's cool.
I can't wait to play this because I really want. It's going to be more of a test of how many people are bad at Mario and how many people are skilled at Mario.
Here's Ed bragging about how awesome he is at retro games.
I'm just saying.
Where's that Contra Battle Royale, Ed?
Oh please! Oh please! Give me
No! Mega Man 1 Battle Royale. Do it.
Oh yeah!
Do it.
Do it.
No, but I know a lot of people who are older adults have said that they never beat the Mario game without doing the cheats, and a lot of people said they have a hard time playing the NES version. So I really want to see how this goes. Like, if the game doesn't have none of the warp zone cheats and you got to play all 64 levels, it's going to be interesting. Is it 64? No, 32. Sorry. It's going to be interesting to see how many people get through that game and last long.
I'm going to be honest. I saw this and I was like, that's cool. I will literally never play this.
Yeah, same here. Same here. I looked at it and I was like, this is a little too messy for me. And only messy in the sense is because, like I did the trial version of the Nintendo Switch Online, and that Tetris 99 game, like, I love Tetris, and that game burned me up playing some of those competitive modes. And I'm pretty good at Tetris. It wasn't even like I was getting like destroyed or obliterated. It was too busy.
I was really tired of second place.
To the Switch, you cowards. Game of the year, Tetris Effect connected. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, where's my Tetris effect on Switch? I'm not gonna lie.
You gonna pull your
Tetris. You all got a great game for Tetris 99.
I have
take it and love it.
Godforsaken hours of Luminous on the Switch at this point.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Like, man,
I still need to buy that game.
To be fair, my top 3 games on Switch are Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8, and Puyo Puyo Tetris.
It definitely goes Breath of the Wild and Luminous over here. Yeah. Luminous is about to edge out Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I downloaded Luminous. I have not started it because I'm afraid I would lose my life. So they announced a bunch of Super Mario events going on along with their merch and stuff. I don't really think we need to dive into that because you get you have to do stuff at like the Nintendo World Store and like you have to do all these things. I'm just like,
except for that dope Splatfest shirt that I may have already ordered.
Yeah, well, I mean that's cool, but
was it available to order?
It's a dope shirt.
Yeah,
that's a nice shirt actually.
I didn't know.
I bought the black one with the star on it.
Yeah,
I didn't know if they had the clothes and stuff ready.
Yeah, they're ready to go right now.
It is on the Nintendo Store right now.
Pretty awesome.
So, but I think the last 2 things we're going to talk about here, the two major things, Super Mario 3D World is finally making its way to the Switch in February with an expansion, Bowser's Fury, which seems to be super difficult challenge levels that you can play after you complete the main campaign. I don't know what you call Mario thing. So it's coming in February. I'm very excited. Mario 3D World is probably my favorite Mario game. It takes I like the new Super Mario Brothers games. They're interesting enough. I'm not a big 3D Mario game guy, but it takes the aspects that I do like from each of them and kind of morphs them into one. It's just like if you didn't play it on Wii U, this is a must buy. I feel like for sure.
Definitely, if you haven't played like Captain Toad, like you get the introduction of the Captain Toad game.
Yeah, there's
these levels.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
So hang on a second, because I didn't own I never owned a Wii U, so I missed that entire Nintendo cycle or phase, or whatever you want to call it, and stuff like that. So this game was only on that system because you look at a game like that, and you're like, and you could swear it was somewhere else. Like that's honestly, it looked like. And I know it's built off the same skeleton as Super Mario, as New Super Mario Brothers. That's the way it looks, right? And as well as New Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario 3D World kind of like have the same skeleton in a certain degree. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, go ahead.
It was a different art style, and plus they.
I wouldn't say that.
The It's a different art style than Galaxy because it's more comedic. Even when you look at the special effects and the design of the land and everything, it was one of Nintendo's E3's biggest thing because they designed like their Nintendo like area under 3D World with the cat stuff. So you would see like every time they came on, they had the paws on their hands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, it was only for it was a one big thing, almost like Breath of the Wild, how they did their whole how they just revolved their E3 around that game. 3D World was kind of in that sense.
Okay. So I just completely missed out on that. But if I can be honest with you, like it didn't really like move mountains for me. But if you guys are saying it's really good like that, I may consider grabbing it.
It's a fun game to play. Like it's like the 3D Mario game that you can play in small chunks. I would say like it has that very linear structure of a 2D Mario game, but it has enough 3D exploration to make you feel like, okay, there's a secret over here. I can go get this before I go hit the flagpole type thing. Okay. So
the level design is amazing.
Especially once you get deep into the game, the level designs are really just
Okay, that's the one thing I can say about all Super Mario games, just no matter what, whether it's the original one from the NES days or to the most current iteration of it now, like the level designs for the Mario games are just phenomenal. So you guys are preaching to the choir on that one to me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. It's
like,
just like they didn't really show the stuff that's deep in the game in the trailer, and like a lot of the later stuff, probably like 6 through 8, and then the secret worlds that you unlock after you beat World 8 are just. If you want some hardcore platforming levels, those are the levels to play.
Okay. So just to be sure though, this is a re-release plus is getting an expansion added onto it.
Yes. Okay. Because Bowser Fury is something like brand new to the whole game.
So that's what I don't mind a re-release is when you get new content.
When you get new content, yes.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm not going to drop $60 for every single game that's remastered. This is something I didn't play on the Wii U, but enough of my good friends have been like, dude, you need to play it. You like Mario a lot. You have a Switch. You need to play this.
You and I are on the same mindset because these guys here are saying, like it's worth a play, and it's like, okay, I missed this. Let me see what I missed.
This was one of the few games.
My other problem though is, do we know the price point yet? Do we know if this is?
Oh, all these games are.
They're all $60. They're all $60. Everything.
But does that come with Bowser's Fury, or is Bowser's Fury being treated?
It comes with
Bowser Fury's coming with it.
First party Nintendo titles.
I know. This is part of my issue with reissued Nintendo games, though. I had the same problem with Tropical Freeze. I had the same problem with a few others. I'm making a big deal about it now, but inside I'm like, honestly, it's a Mario I've never played.
But the thing about it, Microsoft and Sony has done that too. Because when The Last of Us 2 came out,
them either.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. It's that other companies who re-release some of their games and stuff, they charge $60 and don't know. A lot of people don't.
Wait a second. When The Last of Us Remastered came out on PS4, they charged $30 for it.
I thought they charged $60 for it.
They didn't. Nope.
They didn't. Anyways, okay. I don't mind it if it's like a collection. Like if I'm getting more than one title for $60, I can usually swallow that.
Here's what you're not thinking of either with this. Like you're getting exclusive Captain Toad levels, plus with Bowser's Fury that you're probably going to get new Captain Toad levels.
Listen, all you had to say is Captain Toad. Captain Toad's my boy. Okay, yeah, I'm going to buy this just for Captain Toad.
Captain Toad's
Treasure Tracker is one of the games of the generation, my friends. It really is. Best $30.
Also a Wii U game.
I don't care.
Speaking of Wii U stuff, though, I wonder how they're going to treat the gamepad, the levels where you need the gamepad, because there are specific levels where you had to like blow into the microphone or like use the touch screen or and I just wonder how they're going to deal with that.
Oh god! Don't tell me that it's about to be a turn off.
No, I think they'll probably do another Nintendo Direct for it.
No, I think
that's bad. Wait till we get to the collection talk. I've got some news. Nice.
So along with Super Mario 3D World, they're releasing 2 amiibo, Cat Mario and Cat Peach. Amiibo hunters, good luck.
Yes.
That's all I have to say. So, so the big thing I think that is exciting for everyone is Super Mario 3D All-Stars is coming, including Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy in higher resolution and widescreen. Super Mario 64 is not in widescreen. it is running at 720p, but Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy are supposedly running in 1080p on TV. I don't know how those assets are going to hold up, but that is theoretically going to happen. No Super Mario Galaxy 2, which I posted this on Twitter. I wonder if it is a secret that they're keeping to themselves, where you complete a certain percentage of these games and you unlock Super Mario Galaxy 2. A la Star Fox 2 on the Super Nintendo Classic.
Probably so. Probably
I can
so.
see that happening. I have a more cynical take personally.
I think it's going to be more of a, hey, did you buy the Super Mario collection? You can now buy Mario Galaxy 2.
Before you go, Josh, I think the tablet version of Super Mario Galaxy in China got updated, right? Got up-res, I believe. So I wonder if that's
Wait, stop. You said a tablet version?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they released
China never got the Wii. They didn't get a lot of stuff. So
whatever their version of the NVIDIA Shield is, they have Twilight Princess, Mario Galaxy, New Super Mario Brothers, and
oh, that's kind of genius.
But they're all HD re-releases.
That's kind of genius.
Yeah, because China had a ban on some of the consoles and stuff, so Chinese players never got to experience a lot of Nintendo stuff that we have.
Yeah.
So I wonder if, because I don't think Galaxy 2 came out to China, and I wonder if this is the version that they're gonna have in the collection.
I mean, they could just be working on it anyway. It doesn't matter. But
okay.
Thoughts on the collection? What do you think is going to happen with Mario Galaxy 2? Do you think? The other weird thing about this game is that it's a limited release, digitally and physically. So it's only available through March 31st of 2021.
Yeah.
Kind of weird for a digital title.
Here's you know what I think.
Oh, go ahead.
Because there's a lot of games that stopped their production after I think about 4 months.
Like
they don't do physical. I mean, even just saying the physical copy, not speaking so much on the digital one. I think a lot of people will have already owned a lot of this stuff, and so 6 months is enough time for you to get you a copy.
Yeah, but they're still printing Breath of the Wild copies. They're still printing Fire Emblem. They're still printing Odyssey,
and they're not dropping the price.
It's a first-party Nintendo title. It's going to continue to sell.
I know,
mm-hmm.
which is where the cynical part for me comes in. Is that after this
I've got a real cynical take.
35th anniversary thing comes out and is done, I think each of these games is going to be digitally $30 to $40.
Yes.
I don't think this collection is a system seller like Breath of the Wild was.
Wait, no.
I
disagree.
Saying that when people were buying Switch, or even now are buying Switch, even though some people buy Switch for Animal Crossing, Zelda was always attached to the system. And I think a lot of people who didn't play a lot of these games, because everybody was talking about Sunshine Galaxy, I've never played that system. I don't think people who are new to getting that and don't have a Switch are going to be like, I'm picking up a Switch in this game. Okay. A lot of people have said that they're going
to. Here's where okay, because I used to work at GameStop. Here's how I'm going to say that you're wrong, and I'm saying this just as a disagreement. The attach rate for this when someone gets a Switch, because here's the thing about it, you're going to plop $300 for a Switch, you got to spend $80 for additional Joy-Cons and stuff like that. You got to buy a memory stick. So the next thing you're looking at is, where can I get the bang for the buck at? $60 gets me 3 whole games. Yeah. Parents are going to jump all over that, and it's got
3 of the best platformers ever made.
Very true.
And I'll Toys R Us retail. If Galaxy was out along with Switch before Breath of the Wild, yes, I could see that. But a lot of kids have not experienced the 3D Marios, so they would not be like, that would
be a good time for them, especially if they played Odyssey.
Let me tell you, if they put Mario Sluggers out for a Switch, that game would sell Switch systems, because that was
no.
Nobody wants Mario Sluggers.
Nobody wants
when people
There-
were
There's sports guys like me that want sluggers.
Mario Tennis will move a system faster than Mario Sluggers will.
Aces
Sluggers
did.
was-
Speaking of, where's my
Sluggers
Mario? Where's my Mario Golf Nintendo?
Sluggers,
Yeah, right?
Put it out, you cowards.
Mario Golf will move a system.
literally, Sluggers was moving Wii's. Definitely at Toys R Us, Sluggers was moving Wii's
Hold on,
like
wait,
that.
stop. Hold on. We're talking about the Wii. Everybody and their grandma had a freaking Nintendo Wii. You can't.
Right. But when Galaxy, right? But when Galaxy came out, nobody was buying Galaxy along with buying the Wii. They were just buying Galaxy because they already owned the system. So that's what I'm saying. And definitely with Sunshine, nobody was buying the GameCube to play Sunshine or anything. I'm just saying the attachment for it.
Begs to differ.
Can I offer an idea?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so in March, at the end of March, okay, what if we get to begin April, we get a direct and it's Zelda 35 right then, and that's why there's easy production.
Listen, you'll hear the cry heard around.
Do you know what?
Well,
Everybody's going.
We talked-
Everybody who don't own the Switch is going to buy that for that Zelda collection.
But that's why they stopped production on the 31st. That's why they stopped selling it on the 31st, is because they want you to instead buy Zelda 35.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I was thinking about that.
If this
Yeah,
eventually
yeah.
leads to like a Metroid 30, I'm good.
Exactly.
I mean,
Okay.
the thing is,
Bring it on.
the thing
Give
is,
me
is like,
every trilogy
look,
except-
You know what?
we were
I might buy a second Switch if they release like some big collection like they're doing on freaking for Metroid for.
we were talking
this.
about this on Pow Block next year, like the potential for Metroid 35 and Zelda 35 next year. You have like what 5 3D Zelda games. You have plus Breath of the Wild will probably be the highlight next year. You have the Metroid HD collection. You have a rumor of a new 2D Metroid next year. You have Bayonetta 2 plus now, or Bayonetta 3, I should say.
3.
And now you have Mario 3D World and possibly a Pokemon Let's Go game. Like that's your 2021.
Man.
Okay, but let me throw another one too. What if holiday next year? It's everybody's been wanting since they redid or since they re-released what it was the NES and all that as the collector's edition. What if they do the N64 with a few games preloaded and do all that on holiday next year? Too far?
No, I just
If they're doing the new Pro, if they're doing the Switch Pro, I think they will hold off.
yeah, I think if they're going to release the Switch Pro,
Yeah.
they're not going to release 2 things of hardware next year.
Yeah.
All right, well, here go my thoughts on the Mario 3D All Stars game. For the price tag, it's definitely bang for the buck right there. Now, my question is though, why the original Mario 64? Why didn't you just use the DS version of 64? It's more updated, it's streamlined, and if I'm not mistaken, it will play like it should on the Switch, given that the Switch, in my opinion, is more of a upgraded 3DS.
I think they just, I don't know. I just, there's a lot of mixed feelings about the DS version. I feel like, I think it's just because of the way you played it.
Mode.
Yeah, I could see like them adding those levels, those
'Cause
30 extra
didn't have
stars
some
or
touch-
whatever.
Didn't it have some touch stuff in the?
Yeah, you had to
Mario
use
DS?
you had to use the touch screen and the styles.
Optionally take it off though.
Yeah, you could.
So
Yeah. Now, Super Mario Sunshine, that's definitely a good pick because I feel like that's one of the lesser known titles in the entire Mario franchise. When people talk about Mario games, they talk about the classic Mario Brothers games. They talk about Mario 64. They don't think about Mario Sunshine. They just go straight to Galaxy and, of course, like New Super Mario Brothers and Mario Maker and all this stuff. So this is a genius move for them, in my opinion, because you're actually going to bring back a game that actually sold a lot of GameCube systems. Most hardcore gamers that had a GameCube were either buying Resident Evil 4, Metroid Prime, or Super Mario Sunshine.
Wind Waker.
Eternal
I'm sorry, Wind Waker. No, those are just the ones I'm thinking of right off the top of my head.
I was about to say Eternal Darkness and Metal Gear Twin Snakes.
I don't think
not
anybody,
that many people watch Twin Snakes.
not that many people bought Eternal Darkness either.
Listen,
that's true.
I ride
Twin
hard
Snakes-
for Eternal
Twin
Darkness. Nobody bought that freaking game.
Yeah,
I bought the day one.
Twin Snakes was not a hard buy because at that point everybody and their mom already had Metal Gear Solid 1 and we're transitioning to Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
Which is funny because all the rest of the Metal Gear Solid game was designed after Twin Snakes in that style.
Yeah.
Twin Snakes was ahead of its time, but that's beside the point.
Actually,
Anyways.
Twin Snakes was built off of Metal Gear Solid 2's assets.
Let's let's talk about the one thing that's missing from this collection.
Yeah.
Super Mario Galaxy 2. A lot of people argue that Galaxy 2 is better than 1. Why would they omit one of the best platformers from this collection? Josh,
because it's too new.
It's not ready yet.
My cynical take is the same as Corey's. I think that it's going to be released when this is all said and done. I think it'll be released as a standalone $25 installment when all of these are broken off into their individual $25, $30 pricings. This just kind of goes back to the point I was trying to make earlier of when you don't have a virtual console, you can kind of charge whatever you want. And
yes.
Vaulting this is where I said, like, it's such a Nintendo move to do something like this because they're following what Disney does with the Disney Vault. The artificial availability, which pisses people off to no end, because they would pull those off of digital storefronts too. If you already bought it, you could still stream it, but until Disney Plus, you couldn't always access the full canon of Disney animated films.
I'm waiting for the vaulting.
Like Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Bambi, Pinocchio, blah, blah, blah. All those keep going back into the vault. Fantasia, I bought Fantasia like a decade ago, and I've never seen it again.
I'm waiting for that Disney Plus vaulting. I'm waiting for that.
I'm absolutely waiting.
Oh yeah, when they start pulling the Netflix and just like, oh, this is going away.
This does not surprise me as somebody who is a huge Disney fan. I was like, guys, I kind of see this coming. Like, but to vault a I understand doing a limited run of the physical game.
Yeah.
Doing the vaulting on 3 classic digital games, though, like, again, I think it's just the collection that's going to go away. I still think they're being sold.
I think, and that's why I feel like 6 months is enough time for people to get these games.
Yeah, but what about the people who don't buy a Switch till after it's
I'm going to post something to you, Ed. Before the show, we were all talking about how they give the warnings, things shown in this direct may be delayed due to COVID-19. You are releasing this collection as a limited time in a ravaged and wrecked. In this, and I mean, clearly, this is a move by Nintendo, I think, to try and stay at the forefront of people's minds when you have Series X and the PS5 both launching.
Josh, I love the way you're thinking because I was thinking while they were saying all this, I was like, man, Nintendo just continues to prove how anti-consumer they can be sometimes.
I don't know if this is this. I think in a way this is anti-consumer. If there's no way to get these games after, and even my cynical prediction doesn't come true if they're sold individually, then I think I'm prepared to get on the train of, okay, Nintendo needs to change the way they distribute their classic games, because this makes it harder to preserve these games. Sunshine, the only way you can play that game is with a GameCube disc. As far as I know, it was never released on the Wii or Wii U digitally.
It was not.
So
it was
I mean, that's the same with every
it was backwards compatible for Wii.
It was backwards compatible with the first generation Wii, but 18 years. It's been 18 years since that game came out. Good luck finding that game for less than $50 secondhand.
Yeah.
Like
that's a lot of Nintendo games. That's a lot of Nintendo games.
Actually, I still have my Mario Sunshine disc.
I have 7 games for my GameCube, and one of them is Mario Sunshine because I have no way to play it otherwise. That is the whole reason I still have it, is that in Melee.
Yeah.
And that's why I said with the 6 months Nintendo idea, I think from Nintendo's idea, business point, it's just like, you guys got 6 months to buy this. Do not pussyfoot around. And
that doesn't make it okay though.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But the thing about it is that if you have enough time to get this, just jump on it and get it.
Here goes.
Even if it don't make
people are out of work, Ed. You have to tell these people, if you want to play this, even in the future, you better drop $60 now.
I'm just saying that people who want this game, you have time to get it.
Here's the
other. If you released it for a full year, like the Zelda anniversary disc on the GameCube, and you were like, okay, after a year, we're going to get rid of this. Fine. I understand that if you're going to do it for a full year, for a full celebration. 6 months is ridiculous. Give people some time. At least leave it until the end of tax season, for God's sake.
Well, here's one other thing you have to think about too. Like, okay, like them putting that short time frame on it makes it high demand. So, like, I guarantee you, there are some stores you can walk into that it will not be able to stay on the shelf, and then there's other stores where like they'll only have 2 or 3 copies because they can't sell it at all.
Right.
I can tell you.
Back to this this. I'm okay with the scarcity on the physical copy. I'm
Yeah.
absolutely okay for that. That is something that's there for collectors. My problem is still that they are saying that even the digital version is going to go away.
Yeah, that's a head
the point I
scratcher.
keep coming back to of it being absolutely absurd.
Yeah,
That is the equivalent of Sony remastering Eco and saying, congratulations, you got 6 months to buy. Obviously, Eco not as big of a game, but say the Crash Bandicoot trilogy came out exclusive to PS4, and Sony goes, all right, guys, you've got 6 months to buy this, and then we're taking it away forever. The consumer outrage
gamers would riot.
Gamers would march
They
on
will,
Sony.
they would right, but I think they will go in and
We
buy
would
it.
call
still.
Jason Rubin and go to those steps.
I think
Would you still buy it though?
I would buy if I had the means to. Sure.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. That if you want it, buy it. It's not that simple for so many gamers. Gaming is not a cheap hobby.
a lot of us.
Oh.
I think we're all kind of in a more suitable position than 90% of the people probably even listening to the show. To be honest with you, like we're all financially.
I've discussed with Corey. I'm being incredibly frugal this year right now. Like this is now another $60 that I'm trying to plan into my spending. Like I would like to be able to get a console this fall. I don't know if that'll happen due to life circumstances.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah,
like,
I'm planning on buying the PS5, and now I gotta sit here and like play this mad dash to get a game that might not be available next year.
Right.
Yeah. But I do.
And this is coming off of buying Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm wanting to buy Cyberpunk. I'm wanting to get Star Wars Squadrons. Of course, I'm doing Destiny for the show. I'm wanting to get a Series X. My my 1S is barely chugging along at this point. I gotta invest in a 4K TV. Like, there's choices that you have to make. And like, Sunshine's one of my all-time favorite platformers. But like, push comes to shove, I'm gonna buy the new experience over a game I've played before.
I think that I'm kind of with Josh here though. Like after this 35th anniversary thing, I can't see them not selling these a la carte at some point digitally.
And like, if that's what you're gonna do, even if you up the price, like if you sell these for $20 to $30 individually, fine. They're at least still there. Just be clear with us ahead of time. Be like, hey, if you can't buy the collection, it's okay. This is a limited time price for those who want to get in on it this holiday season. It's a great gift. It's great for the whole family. That's cool with me. If you just come out and you say, we're going to make these available a la carte after, that's a cynical outlook for me, but I'd accept that. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Here's a prediction. Here's a prediction for me. If they do the a la carte method on this, Mario 64 will be $25. Mario Sunshine and Mario Galaxy will be $40. Because
that's not a bad prediction.
Because if you look at Nintendo's pricing on their store, some games is almost like highway robbery the way they charge for some of these games.
I was thinking, Mario 64 will probably be 20, Sunshine will be 30, and Galaxy will be 40. Was what I was thinking.
I think they all.
Oh man, you want to be real cynical? Galaxy for 50 with Galaxy 2, and that's the only way you can get it.
Yeah.
I think they're all 20.
Oh man,
it'll be like a Bayonetta situation where like if like on the Wii U, if you bought Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 digitally, right? You like if you bought Bayonetta 2 for $60, you could get Bayonetta 1 for 20, I think. So like this could be that type of situation where like if you have the 35th anniversary collection, you get a big discount on Galaxy 2.
See, and I'd ultimately be okay with that. Like, I sit here and hand wring, and I know that I'm going to end up buying this because I want to play Sunshine in 64 so badly. Mm-hmm. But I do think that it just comes down to the whole thing of, I think making something available digitally for only a few months is a problem, and I get it. The whole thing is to drive the commerce to Nintendo. This is a business move. Corporations are not your friends.
Yeah,
they are not your friends. They have no obligation to treat you nice.
Well, and that's why I said the 6 months in Nintendo's minds, thinking that is enough time for you to acquire these games.
Yeah,
that's why I said this is Nintendo's mind.
I think we're running in circles now at this point.
We are absolutely running.
So, but we have been running a little bit long. Just one final thing. Final grades, everybody. I know LeRon, you already said kind of what you thought. Just final grades around the horn, real quick. Ed, what did you think?
Oh, I give it an A-.
Yeah. Okay. Josh.
I'm going C plus. I'm downgrading it from B minus to C plus.
Logan
B plus.
and LeRon.
B plus.
Yeah, I would say about a B. I would have liked to seen a little bit like some of these cleaned up a little bit more, but
I will say this though, it was a phenomenal effort. I mean, you know, like Nintendo
It
didn't
was
have to
fun. It was a
Nintendo didn't have
fun
to
direct.
the
Nintendo
end of
didn't have to do any of this for us, and so it's just amazing that like they actually like. I'm saying this loosely. They put some forethought into it because I mean we just had the biggest panel discussion or maybe breakdown.
Yeah.
Mario 3D All Stars games, but beyond that, like Nintendo's they've got their groove going on, and I can't knock them for it.
I really
There was
appreciate
something
it.
for everybody in this show, I think.
Yeah.
And I think everything that people saw game wise, a lot of people are going to get day one or sometime.
Yeah.
So
I think-
go ahead, Corey.
Oh no, continue because mine doesn't have to do with the games.
No, I was just saying that a lot of people who are collectors are going to get physicals, and a lot of people are going to buy this digitally and play it before the physical version came out. I think a lot of people, it hit so many areas that a lot of people, for collectors, people who never played the game and stuff, who wants to own these, they're going to go out and get it.
They hit a lot of various nostalgia points here, whether it's the Mario All-Stars Super Nintendo thing or the 3D games or 3D World or anything. So like I think they hit a lot of things. Plus like the end of the direct where they just kind of went through the theme songs of all the games was really like I was watching that. I'm like, man.
They set themselves up for a pretty decent holiday in a midst where you didn't know exactly what Nintendo was going to have at the holiday, especially with everybody else having so much.
Yeah.
They put themselves in a position to have a pretty decent Black Friday at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely are going to get some money from me because, like, I saw Pikmin 3, for example, a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, Pikmin 3, cool. And then I was like, oh, Pikmin 3. I've got $60 for one game versus $60 for 3. As much as I love Pikmin, I do have a trip to Night City to make in mid-November.
I do want to say that as much as I love Pikmin, Pikmin 3 is the prettiest game in the series. It is not the best game in the series. So
I feel confident skipping it then. Thank you.
But I know people would buy it.
Oh, they will. It's a first-party Nintendo game. Like, it's going to sell no matter what, and that's fine. For the 2-3 million people that buy it, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you. I'm personally not partaking.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for joining us on this direct recap. A little bit longer than I expected, but it's okay. You know what? We got a lot of good conversation in. We got to talk about some Mario. It's a good time. So, yeah, thanks for watching. You can catch Nintendo Pow Block every Wednesday on your podcast service of choice. You can watch it live on twitch.tv/BoshBoshGames Live. You can catch Logan and LeRon on Crossroads, the PlayStation podcast. You can catch Josh on that there, Tower Casuals, Destiny podcast, and the occasional Arsenal X appearance. You can catch Ed on Optional Opinion, and of course, right next to me on Nintendo Pow Block. I want to thank everybody so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Have a good night,
Bye, everybody. Woo!